Oh, dear, dear, dear. We have been having some technical issues this morning, but that should be them sorted. Looks like my mic's been picked up today, which is good news, considering yesterday's fiasco where I spoke to myself for an hour. The webcam wasn't working today. I don't even know what fixed it. I just had to keep tweaking stuff, and eventually I appeared. For better or for worse. But we are going to try and make some progress where we could have done yesterday. We obviously had to end the stream early due to the fact that we had server problems with Ubisoft servers. Ubisoft servers, I think, were down for about an hour or something, but ultimately it meant that we couldn't play the game. So here I am, back in action, but we're just going to pick up wherever the story kind of crashed at.
Burning men, the screams of soldiers aflame. If we place the oil and supplies near the hay along the road, it will burn like hellfire when the soldiers arrive.
Take position on that bluff and watch for the soldiers, would you?
You'll hear me howl as the men approach.
I have weakened Edwin's defenses enough. Ambushing her soldiers should be my final strike before the battle begins.
Okie dokie, well, I'm happy to do that. And we have some skill points, so let's go ahead and get them spent. We've got the dual wield, which is good news, and I don't actually know where to target towards now, so let's have a little browse. I think that's more just of a this looks cool kind of thing. That'll be sweet. There's not too many examples where I'm in that. Now when they cower, I'm not sure if that puts you at an advantage or not, but let's have a, ooh, yes, that's what we'll, definitely what we're aiming towards. I don't use light bows, so I'm going to skip past that, and we're going to head up here, and then to warrior takedown. That sounds like fun. There was actually just one more I wanted to look at. I think that had like a flame on it, just up here. Okay, so that could be a good combo with my fiery Dane axe. We have some rations restored. We use them on as well. Lovely. Let's collect that, and we can now move on into the mission zone. I'm just making sure my rations are full, which they are. Right, great stuff. Oh, there's more nodes. Well, it would be rude not to take them. I can hop back up. There we go. Right. So let's collect the iron. Not too sure how long today's stream's going to be. Even though it's like midday, I haven't actually been out of bed for that long. Just did my usual morning routine, got myself showered on that, and now I'm sat here ready to take on some Englishmen. Hopefully not myself. Ooh. Well, is it just me versus them? I mean, I'm feeling confident. Oh, I meant to place oil things on the road. That was totally my bad. I did not do that at all. I think I blew up all the oil. Oh, there's some over here. I shall place that one. Oh, there's more over there as well. I'll place that one here. And I'll place... Oh, they've noticed me. Uh-oh. I'll place that one here. Right, come on. I need them to get closer. They're just gonna...
Focus, we have this.
I totally did that completely wrong. I thought I was just meant to be attacking them. I think that's because, obviously, in the previous stream, we would have been at the point where they were like, right, you need to place these oil barrels down. We've just came into this today. Me being the forgetful, I have managed to completely forget that she asked me to do that, so we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is fine. These are harder to kill. Right, perfect. Come on. Oh, come on. Don't go. That just did nothing to him. What is on fire now?
God curse you!
Sort him out. Oh, a bit earlier with that. That would have been good. Oh, come on.
Blindside, idiot!
Okay. Together. There we go. Only a couple left. I would have been able to take them all on anyway, I think, without the with the barrels? Vases, barrels, whatever. Very confident I would have been able to do it.
May you die. Cut them down, Ava.
Back!
It's quite frustrating when you try and attack at the same time as them because that destroys your parry window. Oh, I need a quite a slow attacker, so I need to learn that a bit better. Completely missed him that time. Although I'm doing some sort of spin attack now. Was that... Oh yeah, I figured that out before, but it takes a lot of your stamina, and it obviously does absolutely nothing when they're holding up a shield, which is now put down for some reason. Oh well. Let's climb up and collect. Oh, there goes his body. I think that had a bit of a glitch. Right, okay. I am going to set up. Hoping that that does something. Apparently not, he's just impervious to it. Right, okay. Instead, poison. Still nothing? Really? Maybe I have to actually hit him. When he just does that. Right, come on then. Oh, I just need to parry him and then do some damage there. Hey Marcel, I am excited. I'm hoping it's going to be Witcher level of DLC where we have like it says island, so island, you know, it's not a small place. It's I'm hoping it's a decent sized area, a decent sized DLC with interesting characters and some interesting new skills. As long as it's got all that, I'm really looking forward to it. I think the difference is having this huge skill tree that they've already been adding new skills to in patches. They've got a lot they can put onto here and can increase the power level. So they've got loads and loads of like flexibility when it comes to DLCs. So if they make a DLC, increase the level cap by like, I don't know, 100 or something, and introduce a whole bunch of new skills, you've got an incentive to go into it. And I think that's what I'm looking for. I want to have that incentive, because I didn't really have an incentive when I was playing Odyssey. It was like, here's a couple of extra like story missions, and like obviously Atlantis was a cool location, but ultimately it just didn't really feel like there was any point because I was already max level, and like what was the purpose of doing it? Because I conquered Greece and everything like that. But if this is giving us a new land to go to, then that could be fun to play around in with new skills and things like that. And then, not forgetting, there's also another 2 DLCs, I think, after that. So you'd be going into them DLCs with them new skills and like everything else. But obviously the new DLCs are to come in the future, so good to see.
Something wrong?
No, quite the opposite. At Sancte Albanus, your brother claimed kinship with the gods. Is it true? Is he descended from the Archon's children, the Isu?
Not to be blunt, Fulke, but only half of what you say ever makes any sense to me.
Forgive me. I often presume too much of my audience. Men who fear damnation, when ignorance is the greatest of all evils.
Ignorance of what?
What a perfect sentence. I'll ask more simply. Could your brother be descended of the gods? Or could he be a god himself?
I don't know. I want to deny it, but I've seen things in my life. Visions, prophecies. It's difficult to explain.
Heed your visions. Always. You may have been touched by true knowledge.
I don't know if he's a god. I know I've got Odin by my side, so I'm assuming I am.
He may think highly of himself, but he is no god.
Yet it's possible his line of kings was fathered by a god. In ages past.
We haven't time for these fantasies, Fulke. It's time I regroup with Gidrich to see how his assault preparations are coming along.
Yeah,
Godspeed, Eivor. I will stay here.
All good deal.
Pray for the souls of the dead before
All good,
I join.
thanks. So Marcel, are you playing through Valhalla yourself? Is this going to be something that you're sampling the DLC for on Thursday, or are you going to be just watching? You definitely. I've just double checked there, dear. You definitely said Tesco, not Asda, so I'm a bit confused. Change of plans? Don't know which one I would choose actually at the two. Well, Tesco's closer for me, but food's good. And you can't complain with an Asda pizza. Like, oof. That's when you get into dangerous territory, when you get an Asda pizza. And now I want pizza. Great. Had to bring it up, didn't I? That's all I'm going to be able to think about all stream now. Pizza. And the weather is absolutely horrendous outside, so I do not envy you going out into that. Marcel, we've actually made a pit stop. We've parked the Archelon, and ultimately, unfortunately, in space, there's no like Deliveroo service or something to deliver the stuff to your spaceship, so we actually have to come down and pick up food. It's such a burden, honestly. It's actually quite frustrating. There's a gap in the market. If anybody wants to make a business to deliver food to spaceships, then there's a business opportunity for you there, and Dio and I will absolutely be your first customers. Right, we have more skill points. I feel like we're leveling up super fast. So we are heading towards Warrior Takedown because it sounds really cool. Instead of assassinating someone, you pretty much do the same, but with more aggression, and you really do destroy them. But the advantage is it's meant to like weaken, or not. Well, it basically makes everybody want to attack you, but you've already chosen that at the point of when you go up to them anyway. But it fills your adrenaline slots, so it's a really good idea to do if you're low on adrenaline. Right, we are in the camp. We have a mission to speak to someone up here, but there is a gap in here that I'm curious to explore. Here's a fun fact about Asda whilst we explore this crypt of sorts. It's short for assorted dairies. Learned that quite a long time ago. Useless knowledge, unless you're in a pub quiz, then in which case you're very welcome. Camillus ritual. Pray to Christ for forgiveness, but for valour in battle turn to the gods of old. Sacrifice to the ram-horned god Camillus. Your bravery will unman the stoutest foe. Indeed it will. What else we got? The chest is what I'm interested in, but there's snakes everywhere. I'm going to set them on fire. I hope. Or not. I think there's a bit of flame on it. Oh, I hate when they bite you. That poison you. Does that kill them? No, it hasn't. Has that killed him? No. This is like the strongest snake in the game. Find a key. Yay. Right. Thankfully it is literally just outside. Oh, it's another snake. Right. Where was it? Up there. Can I break these? No? And that's not an explodable wall either. Okay, we'll head back out and then get the key and then head back in. You'll watch. That's absolutely fine. You're more than welcome to. The gameplay is really fun, but I do appreciate it when folk just enjoy watching the entertainment as opposed to playing it. That's obviously more than okay. I actually do a bit of a hybrid. I tend to, or not so much obviously when I'm streaming, but I tend to have a habit of watching people play games while I play games. So I'll have it on my iPad or like on my separate monitor, and I'll be watching them playing games because it gets me in the mood to play games while I'm watching them play games. So then I end up doing both at the same time. The only challenge is if you're watching someone play the same game as you, you have to make sure that they're behind you so that you don't get any spoilers and stuff like that. But yeah, just something interesting to make me unique, I suppose. Right, now there is a way in here, and it is up there, so let's climb. And explode. Smash the pots first, of course. Ensure that Link is happy with us, and then let's get back out here. Still not getting fabric. Fabric must be like later in the game. Like we must be, I don't even want to say mid-game yet. Like we're approaching mid-game, I would say. And I think the second, or at least when we're deep into the mid-game, that's when we'll probably start seeing fabric, because I literally can't upgrade my rations or my quiver, but my quiver is literally only 4 out of I think 10 upgrade, which, you know, for something that has 10 upgrade slots, being only able to do 4 at the moment is a bit, you know, so we'll see. Makes being an archer class a bit more challenging because you need the arrows.
I have. She'll feel the pain soon enough.
Excellent. My men are itching to attack the fortress, but we'd be fools to force it now.
Why is that?
On account of Edwin's got too many traps and defences. Her springalds cut us to bloody stumps before they poured boiling oil upon us like a summer tempest.
Just out the way of the subtitles.
I'll slip in alone and see what I can do about these defences.
By my joints and ankles, you're a tough one.
I'm trying not to cover the skills as well, but it's definitely this side of the screen that's the better one to be on. The other side is always having stuff flashing up, so I'm trying to keep myself planted here. Also, the light levels are atrocious at the moment.
There's Avon! We're with you, Avon!
Keep getting flickering no matter what I tend to do. Yeah, I'll just go and get rid of it. So I'll keep the light in. Also, the rain keeps things quite therapeutic, so I'm quite alright with that. Okay, so we will head to this chest that we just got the key for, and then we will sabotage the enemy. Now, where was the enemies? Where did I see it? Oh, must have been down here.
You're lucky as Daniel, you know. Got one in before that year.
Right. You're not surviving my wrath this time, Snake. This one. They seem to have a lot of for each chest lock. Oh, great. So there's another one. Wait, did I not? I'm confused now. Maybe I just went into a completely different place for the key. Right, this is definitely staying in that building. I thought I'd looted it, but maybe not. Let's try again. I must have just completely missed it. But it said each chest lock, so I'm worried there's two. I mean, there we go. We'll have a look. It says first derelict shrine of Camelot. Does that mean first lock or first chest? We'll try with the chest first, because I'd hate to miss out. And I'm sure it's not going to be something crazy. It's going to be like some nickel or something like that. I don't think it's going to be... Oh, it could be a weapon. We'll see. We'll see what's waiting for us. But if it's not a weapon, then at least we've got some more nickel, because that'll mean that we can continue to upgrade it. Oh yeah, we need 2 keys. Yeah, there's 2 locks. Right, that's fine. Yeah, so if it's got 2 locks, you would expect it to be probably better gear. Maybe like a new weapon or a new piece of armor. Thing is, I'm actually really happy with my armor at the moment. The only other armor I'm kind of thinking about at the moment is that Valkyrie stuff, but you can obviously only get that like once every so often. So I'm just doing a quick scan around just to see if I can find another key. But I suspect that will be a key that we find at a later point. Because there is no key icon that is appearing when I'm doing my, we'll call it Evo vision. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Nope, I was very wrong. There it is. Just right at the top of the pillar, and then that will now give us access to whatever lies within said chest. And then we'll see what mysteries await for us. Let's climb around here. Oh, try this way. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the weather in-game here definitely is a vast contrast to the weather that is currently going on outside. The entrance was around here. Not that one. This one. Do the really slow crawl. I think these little slow parts are going to become less and less common in games now with new hardware. They were always used as an opportunity to make a loading screen without having a loading screen up here. God of War did it all the time. Is that literally it? 2 locks for a nickel ingot? We've got a bit of titanium as well, but like... Really? Like, I've genuinely gone to camps that have been just dotted around and found nickel, titanium, and like other like silver and stuff inside. That seems really heavy for a piece of nickel, unless that's meant to be like the first piece you find. But I've definitely, I think because we went, well no, because we went to a quest village, and when we were in that quest village we picked up the nickel from there as well. How strange. 2 locks for a piece of nickel. Nah, not having that. Right, up we go. I think I've only got the 1 piece at the moment. I'll wait until I've got maybe 2 or 3 before I go back. Or maybe 4. I want to upgrade my other day and axe, but I don't know if it's the one I'm sticking with yet. Because I want them both to be destroyers. See just how stealthy we can be. Probably not very. The game's really difficult to do as an assassin. Odyssey was much easier. Like, I did an assassin run through Odyssey and had great fun doing it. Like, I would take out an entire camp without being detected, and it was really good. But just the layout of all the camps in this, I think it's really not tailored towards being an assassin. Perhaps a good opportunity in like a... I think they said they've got no intention at the moment of doing this, but a new game plus mode where you've got like all your assassin abilities would be really cool, and then having challenges to take out places without getting detected. Something like that would be really sweet. I would love to see that. So we'll see what plans Ubisoft have. That would actually give, you know, put the assassin back in Assassin's Creed, because at the moment it's Viking Creed. Like, you know, true to Vikings' natures, Vikings weren't exactly known as assassins, whether they were very, we're just going to kill everything and do it in a very badass way. And there's no real downside to going out all-out attack. Like, I'm having a blast doing it, but it would make it really interesting, I think, if they did make like a like some sort of assassin mode. Welcome next. This guy's out. Go. I'll just say steady on the language there, Flex. Just don't cause any offence to anyone.
Springolds are large boltcasters. I must disable them.
Very welcoming community, yeah.
Watch my lead. Work with me. God won't let us lose.
That's them taken care of. Oh, hang on. I really want to use this, but let's take this dude down first.
Get round the
There's a guy
side.
over there. Well, I need to survive that somehow. There we go. Right, that's him sorted. Right, now let's get behind this thing. See what this baby can do. I'm trying to get his leg, just to add insult to injury. There we go. Perfect. Well, that took his shield down in one hit. Let's wait for him to come back out. Can't bring it out any further, unfortunately. So, what I'll do, I shall sabotage it instead. So that if somebody else tries to use it now, they are going to be in for a bad time.
With me, brother.
That was a very bad shot.
You dead. Dead.
Right, we need to destroy these. Just now.
Stop and die.
Don't know how I set them on fire, but I'm not going to learn it. Unless it went through them flames? The angle, surely not. But still, interesting to see. I think he's dead. Okay, we have this guy and people up here who need to be swiftly dealt with.
I can break these cauldrons.
Sabotage? I surely will. Okay, I detonate one? Yeah, I do.
I'll keep the rat busy.
But I think people need to do it, maybe? Let's try blowing it up. Right, let's have a look. So we've got stuff down here to also sabotage. I'm more interested in sabotaging this stuff because I'm going to guess we're going to be assaulting this fortress again, but they're going to be more troops and then they're going to try and use the stuff and basically cause a mess. So it's probably a mistake destroying that cauldron.
Stop and die.
We've got plenty more, or at least one.
Like a lame mule.
That's it dealt with. Also learned this super cool whirlwind. That just it takes a lot of stamina out of you, but it looks good. And that's pretty much it. Send down. We've got these down here. I'm assuming you literally can't sabotage them. No, I don't think so. Right, we shall blow them up. Get safely away.
Alright, I'm in.
I've been in for a while. I don't know if he's just realised that, but yeah, I have been here for a good 5-10 minutes. And this is like my character that said this, so maybe he's just not quite aware that he's being controlled. Right, we have one more to sabotage, which we shall do just now. And then there's one probably in the garrison, because I can't see any markers suggesting otherwise. REC, we are currently 3 days away. Well, we've got 3 days to complete it. It's Thursday when the DLC comes out. Whether it's a full-blown game, we'll wait and see. But yeah, we've got Thursday to wait until the glorious moment when we can jump into Ireland and take on that cult that happens to be over there. As for release time, I'm not sure if it's going to be like a midnight thing or whatever, but we'll be playing it as soon as we can. The idea of this is our road to that DLC, so we're just doing all of the story stuff ahead of it, so that we're in a position on Thursday to be able to go ahead and jump straight in. There's fire now. That was actually that worked out nicely. I don't think there's like any sort of early access to it. There might be some streamers that get early access, but certainly from our perspective, it'll be Thursday. Now they've delayed it because it was due out. I think originally it was due out at the end of 2020. Then it was delayed till April, so it was like a 4-month delay. And then they delayed it again in April for 3 weeks. So obviously it's been through quite a few iterations, and that's fine. I'm okay with game delays if it means the final product is going to be better. It is what it is. You know, games, you know, if they're buggy and really take away from the experience because they've not been in the oven long enough, then the delays are, in my eyes, totally fine. Right, okay, this guy's doing a lot of damage to me. I'm going to try and find out where he is.
Over here! Got an intruder, men!
I thought I killed this guy. How did I not?
Coming
Some
for
dead
you!
I think it'll be good though when it's released. Just the little brief snippets I've read, it does sound really promising.
Get behind
And
if you can.
just the closer it is to Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone, if it's anywhere near the tier of them DLCs, I'll be a happy
You
chap.
come here often?
Give me a hand here.
List of celebrated deeds, what we've got. Organisation of a merchant, armourer and a shoemaker guilds. Defeat the peasant uprising. Regulation for all market terms of weight per pound. It's just how rude to interrupt. There we go. Reconstruction of the Climb Bell Castle, replacement wall, solid stone, material support, numbering pieces of silver of Oxenfordshire's churches and surrounding terrains, leading to his likely exaltation to paradise. Personal triumph, 7 of 8 years, largest hog competition. I've not eaten so far today, so talking about pizza before and now reading about hog roast, I am starting to get a rumble in the old belly. But if I focus on the game and wait long enough, I can have a bigger dinner, and that'll be nice. Treat myself to pizza. I need to go to the shop anyway, so right. I think someone's, unless it has just been this guy all along. I thought someone was firing like one of the ballistas at me, but I think it was just this guy with his little crossbow. Which happens to do a decent amount of damage. Okay, where is the final... I'll tell you one thing, I think playing Neo has really like increased my reflex speeds. Just because you're constantly on edge in Neo. So you kind of come into this game and you're just naturally used to seeing something appear out of nowhere. Doesn't mean I won't die, just I'll probably die less. Sabotage.
There's more to be done. But this should be
Right,
enough
let's
to
just
launch
take
the
down
assault.
these final 2.
Now it's down to Giedrich to lead his men.
Up a little bit. Nope. There. Right. Any arrows up here? Because I missed them. Nope. Brilliant. Hello.
Let's strip the dog off!
Arrows. Lovely. Interesting how both my axes get set on fire as a result of one of the perks I've got on one of my axes, which is the gold one. Return to... I keep calling him Gaedric, but it's actually Geodric, isn't it? It's not really a name you see anymore. And they're dispatched. Right, perfect. So, let us return. So we've completely sabotaged the camp. Now, if I remember correctly, we're now going to await a lot of people coming into this camp. And then we're going to assault it, but then when they try and assault us, things are going to go south. We sabotage everything.
Focus, we have this.
And then we just kind of clean up the scraps. That's kind of what I'm expecting anyway. But hopefully it's not just a cutscene. Because the most satisfying part of the game is by far hacking and slashing your way through enemies and dispatching. Oh, we've actually got some gear in there as well, but we'll come back to that because we're definitely going to have to return to this at some point. So, there's my horse. There you are. And then when we get back here, we can just simply move on into the castle and prepare the siege.
I say we wait. There's too much riding on this.
I've killed everyone in there, so...
And I say we fight. Now!
You're a good man, Sigurd, and I'm thankful for all you've done.
More skill
But
points.
without
Always
Eivor,
nice to
I
see.
make no moves. We...
Is it done?
It is.
And have you laid your poles of hazel and composed your poems for this coming victory?
I am here to speak with Giedrich.
Go on then, you master of aids.
Still dreaming of your precious stone?
It is not dreams that led me here, Eivor. I've had visions, prophecies from the gods.
Visions?
I'll sacrifice to Tyr.
No problem at all, Marcel. Nice seeing you as always. I'll catch you later.
Sigurd, what prophecies?
Are we ready to assault the castle, Eivor? The signs and portents read well.
Begin
We're
the
ready.
assault.
Give the command.
Let's
Good.
charge.
And let's be quick about it. My scouts tell me a force of King Alfred's men is on the march. Let's end this before that flap-mouthed pudding has a chance to hit back.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Unless they've got like another 200 guards that they've just randomly placed in the place I've just completely taken out. We should be okay. Yep. In we go. Oh, so it's actually a proper assault, like the earlier ones in the game that we had, where you had the I think it was the one when you first arrived, wasn't it? But I've learned these guys just keep respawning, so it's best just to aim for the objective. Just really good. It's got such a long jump.
Take it!
Just whack them all there. Right, let's use this on these guys. Oh, hang on. That's a lot of enemies at once. Just heal, just in case. We're down here. We need to lower the drawbridge, and then we'll have our guys doing this as well. Right, you guys, you're not going to be able to take along. Although in saying that, I'm getting my backside handed here. Get him down. Right. Perfect. Right. Get in here just so I'm shielded. Get his leg. That's all my rations gone. They are certainly more challenging this time than they were last. Right, okay, well I'm at the drawbridge. Now what? Oh, do I just shoot these? Yeah. There we go. Now our guys can invade.
Take the castle.
I really feel the way the story's going, things are really heating up this again now. Like, we started off like really proper close, just going nuts with the divisions. So I've just got this feeling that it's not going to be long before there's going to be a huge separation between Sigurd and I. From brothers to enemies. And just to clarify, in the previous save that I had, like, I hadn't even seen any of this sort of craziness in it. That was sabotaged. I don't know how he was able to be using it. That's Sigurd with an arrow in his chest, I think. But yeah, my other save, I hadn't started conflict with him yet, so this is all new to me. Although I did spend the vast bulk of my previous save exploring before it broke, so it kind of makes sense. Two songs I did do, which I haven't done in this save, were London and about half of Jorvik, and it was in Jorvik where my save decided to corrupt itself, and, well, not corrupt, just there was a big major glitch which ultimately meant I couldn't go any further. Contacted Ubisoft support and they were like, we know the issue, there's nothing that you can do about it. So here I am, on a new save. But it's allowed me to stream it, so it's not the end of the world by any stretch. Oh, as I say that, my game crashes. Do you reckon they're listening? I always want to stream. There's always at least one crash a stream, and it's so frustrating. It doesn't happen in other games. Outriders, it was happening when they were having experiences with crashes, which they've since fixed. Every other game I'm playing at the moment, fine. But Valhalla, nah, it just crashes like once a stream. It could be like a 6-hour stream and I'll crash once, but it's still happening and it's really weird. Unfortunately, that happened mid-siege, so I'm guessing it's just going to go back to the start, which is not ideal. But you know what? It is what it is, and just have to work through it. But yeah, once it crashes once, it does seem to stabilize itself. I don't know if it's because I'm doing it through Uplay Plus, and it needs to obviously validate that I'm on a legal account, and that's all well and good, but if it's crashing the game, then it just makes it frustrating. Also, I couldn't play yesterday when the servers were down because you need active servers to use Uplay Plus. So if anything, it's kind of like taken away from the subscription service model if they're gonna have like issues such as this. It's rather frustrating. And obviously for you guys as streamers, as viewers, sorry, I get that's frustrating as well, because it means that you have to sit and listen to me babble for about 5 minutes while we wait for the game to come back on. Right, here we go. So, we're back to the siege, hopefully. It's open. Right, perfect. So, we are at the scene where there's a drawbridge, but I can only see a loading wheel. There we go. Right, right. At least we've got past the starting bit, so we're actually not too far away from where we were. We were climbing that wall there when we crashed, so we're not even 10 seconds behind where we were. Right, let's try again. Should hopefully not get hit by that. Perfect. Right, there we go. And there's no... Oh, but there are barrels that explode. I don't think any of my sabotages have worked. I've seen a couple of disabled ballistas, but ultimately the oil sabotages haven't really been working. I was going to try and sabotage that one just there, but I'm instead going to. Mainly down to the fact that I've got very little health left. Right. If I'd stomped it there, I would have been able to get the rations, but never mind. This is a dangerous game now because I am very, very low on health. And I've got no rations to heal. I'm not sure. It says open the Portcullis. Portcullis. But I don't know how to get down. We'll try around here. Hopefully they'll have some hot food in there. Oh, hang on. I've got some enemies. Stomp. Right, stomp. Again, didn't get any rations. Oh, this is really bad. It's literally one hit and I'm gone. Still not healing. I can't remember what it is you have to do to heal. I think it was parry. Just got hit by an arrow, but it didn't do anything. Right, here's the wheel. At least this will hopefully create a new checkpoint. So if I do die now, at least I'll have the advantage of being able to start from here. If it did create a new checkpoint. Any rations? Any rations at all? Nope. Okay. Been very thoughtful and not left anything out. Right, let's hop down.
Lady Edwin! She has bodyguards!
Ooh, berries.
Edwin! You won't get away this time!
So we can at least survive one hit, but I'll be careful because we are going against a boss with no extra lives, if you want to call them that. Right, come over this way, please. In fact, no, I'd rather go for the stone. Because then I can use my special abilities. Come on, get it closer.
There's your way.
Thank you. Oh, and again. Oh, that did absolutely nothing.
Go to wherever he hides.
Right, let's have a look. Hopefully she's not just going to throw traps like the zealots do. I can catch it. Oh, come on. You'd think that would have hit it. This guy's going to get annoying as well. There we go. And now I can... Good chunk of health up it. And then go all in. There's the traps. They always use them. It's like it's their go-to. That, and then have that. Excellent. Whew. Who needs rations, eh?
You felled the lofty lady.
Do what you must, Thane of Dung Heaps. As one loyal to her shire and her people, I know which of us God favors.
Eivor bested you. It's for Eivor to decide your fate.
I don't know what she's done. I'll just let...
You fought with honor and purpose.
Yeah.
For that, I put you in Gita's care. You will see you're treated well.
I will, so long as you recant your friendship with that pot of warm piss, King Alfred.
Agreed.
Take her away.
I fulfilled my promise to you. I trust you will do the same. An oath between our people.
Aye, you've done us well, Eivor. I thank you. And if ever you need the like, I'll do what I can.
I will. Count on it.
I'd be quick about plundering. King Alfred will be on his way, and he won't be alone.
Well, I'm feeling like I can take him
We
on.
need to get wise. Herring chewing bilge rats.
I wonder if any of these decisions I've made so far in the game are going to have consequences. A Shishi guard. I'll have a look at that. We have followed your wishes, kept a sharp eye on the Dane blackguards that darken our lands. I send this horseman to tell you on a dame that those same Danes have been seen in the company of that damned heretic Volke. She has somehow escaped. It appears, as I write, they are headed towards the abandoned tower, where her cunning friend, no longer a thorn to us, was lying low. Your humble servant. Let's have a look at the shield. I'm not going to use it, but let's have a look. Detonate a sleep long after blocking 5 times. So if you are a blocker, that could be quite useful. Ultimately, I am an all-out assaulter, so not really for me. Letter to Lady Adrian from Alfred of Wessex. Lady, I remain prepared to support you with soldiers and supplies should the need arise. Alfred. Or Alfred. I'm not really keeping track of the characters, so I don't know if I'm picking up on twists yet.
The markings of the Ancient Ones. The Isu. The gods begat of gods.
I've seen this somewhere. I know these words.
One who stands at a threshold should take great care to look around, for who knows what foes lie in wait in the halls beyond. I have passed through this doorway once before. At Sigurd. In a dream. Not once. 1,000 times. 1,000.
Yeah, I'm getting not like him now. Maybe I should have punched him earlier.
Sigurd? Does it speak to you?
Yes. But the words are fogged, shadowed. And yet I feel their meaning. And the ash tree, I see the great tree of life, her boughs reaching
Is it you, Giselle, the tree of life?
opening the way. It's just as you promised, Basim. All you foretold was true. Eivor, I am more than I appear to be. So much more.
I think
This is
Basim knows
wicked
where
magic,
the
Sigurd.
one that's more, but he's
Darkseid.
manipulating
Do not listen.
Sigurd.
No, this is real. This is everything.
To the walls! To the walls!
Hmm.
Alfred's come! King Alfred of Wessex! Marching up the rise with a mess of soldiers!
Have we time to escape?
The men are spent. We've not a chance in blazing hell.
A parley, then. We must call a parley. I will speak, and the King of Wessex will listen.
That's more like British weather.
As I understand, King Alfred, your name is not spoken with affection here in Mercia.
Yet I am close enough to Wessex to hear myself praised from morn till twilight.
Return to your singing subjects, then, and leave the affairs of Mercia to the Danes.
Not till your pagan war songs are safely out of hearing.
Offer an exchange, Lord. You can...
Please, no secrets here.
Let's end this here, my lord. Let's exchange men. My best warrior for yours to prove peace. After which you leave Mercia, and we fall back north of River Ouse.
I'm assuming he means me.
These terms are fair. Wulfrich, my war thane. You will go with Geodrich, brother. Name your man.
Sigurd Jarl, I offer myself.
Thank you, Basim.
King Alfred. Wait.
Paladin Fulke, you with this company?
I was, my lord. To recover from Edwin what was mine by right. Sigurd is the only man you need. He's worth more than 20 other men. He is the son of a king.
Traitorous snake!
And his heresies are profound, my lord. He claims to be a living god.
I'll gut you, troll woman! Hush!
I'll gift myself to you, King Alfred. Because it is not my fate to die by your hand.
Brother,
Have faith, for the Lord God watches over you all.
Does he know the fate is to die by
This
maybe
man is
someone
dangerous, my
else that we saw earlier
me
in the
hold
game?
him.
Do what you must, but treat him with care.
This has definitely been the more interesting zone so far.
by all the gods, Basim, what was that?
I will shadow them. They shall not get away.
I still can't put my finger on Basim. I know I had an opportunity to put my fist on him earlier, but like, what's he trying to do? He's part of the actual creed, so I don't get his angle. Is he good? Is he bad? Well, I know we're obviously going to find out at some point, but interesting. Oh, also, guys, I know this is probably already well obvious, but
Feel stronger already.
anything spoiler related, I would just ask that you keep any spoiler comments to yourself. If I speak out loud, chances are I'm speaking rhetorically. However, I will absolutely make it clear if I'm asking a genuine question into the chat, just in case anybody does want to help, but accidentally let slip a spoiler. That's the only thing. Just want to pass on. Thankfully, that hasn't been the case so far, so just wanting to get that out there whilst I do murmur to myself whilst this story progresses. Right, what do we have? I think that's this bit done now. I'm assuming we're done. Yep, because we've got a quest in London and we've got a quest in... I'm assuming Jorvik's probably been... Oh wait, no, not yet. To get to Jorvik, you need 190, so a little bit of a way to go yet. I'm killing 180s. No, 160s in the form of zealots or zealots. I think I'm actually quite fancy going back to take on that that witch. Do you know the witch that we couldn't kill earlier? I say we as if anybody else had anything to do with it. It was just me that was being rubbish. But where was she again? So, right, okay, it was over here. Right, you. I'm going to go and try and take her on. Actually, before I do that, let's just quickly upgrade my other axe. Because obviously I'm dual wielding Dane axes now. I want to be going in there with full force and every opportunity to cause some big damage. But we'll see. Right, okay, so we have Gunnar. Or Gunnar.
May I see your stores? You have a keen eye
Right,
for
this is the
quality.
other axe I'm wielding. What's he selling? Interesting. That could be useful. I'm just comparing it to this. It's a tricky one.
Done for now.
Let me just double check my other Dane axes just to see if there's any
I'm on.
that I've got that are bear aligned. I don't think I do. That's raven aligned, and that's also raven aligned. I think I might stick with this. That's a bearded axe, not a Dane axe. Bearded axe. That's a Dane axe. That's actually the one he's selling. Bearded axe, and that's it. Right, okay. So we will upgrade our current one. I'm fine with that.
What
Let
have
me
you
see
got
your
for me
services.
today? Is that what you want?
And oh, I need one more nickel, 2 more nickel, in fact. Right, we'll come back when
You
we've
are
got more nickel.
looking
But I will double check the store to see if she
Be
is
well,
now
my friend.
dealing them. See if there's any additional
Have you got a
contract as well.
Not only
Oh, we've actually got
One
one
of
that's
us- I
got
bet
less
the
than an hour left on it, so I will do that now.
I'm
Just so that we've got that extra opal for if more Valkyrie gear appears. We can afford another piece straight away, but
I would
further
like to
down the
see what
line,
you have in stock.
we obviously need to get another 3 pieces of it, I
you
believe.
should get that.
She's still not selling
Use it wisely.
nickel, unfortunately. She will eventually start selling nickel. The only one that she doesn't
Go
sell
on, give it a try.
is
This would
Tungsten.
suit you, I think.
you get tungsten from
Done shop.
the end game zones, and that's where you get
I
your
must be on
mythical
my way
stuff
now.
from. But I've already got like mythical armor
Until
from
next time, Eivor.
like Twitch, or well, I say Twitch, like Twitch Prime, where you've got your Amazon Prime account linked. There was like a thing right back at the beginning, and it essentially gave you a free set of max level gear, and it was like, whoa. So I've not equipped that. I was like, that'll just completely break the experience. Ooh, that's only 30. The Vikings are quite cool as well. You can actually make your own ally. Doesn't follow you around the game world, but you'll appear in sort of them fights, the ones that you just saw. Anything that's a raid, basically. So if we get 5 more supplies, that'll be our next upgrade. Let's go and speak with Randvi. I'll definitely try and woo her as well, I think, given the fact that Sigurd's become more and more of a douche. We'll also have a feast before we leave as well. I'll still ignore her, no change there.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now.
I knew Dag would come in.
Excuse too small,
That
I
was
see.
always going to happen.
Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
I hate Dag so much. Yeah, Dio, some of the stuff you get through
Tell me
Twitch
all
Prime
that
is
happened.
brilliant.
I will start.
But in this case,
I
it
have
definitely
been
breaks the game.
falsely accused
It's like
by
insane
this
stuff.
Saxon Philistine.
All bear aligned as
What?
well.
Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak. Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
Holger, your defense.
Let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position.
Lesson here is you need to ask first. You should have just waited for him to wake up and then asked, can I borrow some of your horse's hair? Holger, it's a no.
I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
Oh, we're trying to switch again.
Before I give my
I'm just going to skip through this. It was... Right, Rowan's the one which I defend. Yeah.
I believe...
My horse... Do not...
Quiet.
Rowan is fine.
Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right.
Yeah, Dio, it completely spoils the experience. It just takes the fun out of it. It's like typing in a cheat code at the start of a game and just rolling through it. There's no challenge.
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will
Progression's one of the most fun thing in the game for me, and if you start the game with just max everything, some players like that, and that's fine. If that's what they enjoy, great. But not for me. I love that progression. I love that feeling of getting stronger in a game, and then that satisfaction when you can take on the stuff you couldn't before. It just that's what I chase.
Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Who could Gothvan be? One of us?
That's that done. Well, that gave us some skill points. Obviously, it's going to make Dag angry because he's now like, well, now you've got. You're sitting on a throne of Sigurd. Yeah, Sigurd. And it's like, well, Dag, I'm literally dealing with stuff while he's gone. Right, next one I get Wave the Bear again, and then we get Warrior Takedown. which absolutely brutalizes people. So I'm looking forward to that. Ooh, a power level 90 now as well, which is the same power level as the same zealot we fought.
Oh, hello, Eivor.
But they're all, like, higher level
That
now.
Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
Randvi, our work is done in Oxenfordshire, but the cost has been high.
I feared as much when this letter arrived, from one called Fulke, addressed to you.
From Fulke? Gods, that witch!
It is there on the table.
I think they recorded that line a bit closer to the microphone. So, Dio, I think I would just recommend starting with perhaps what you used to on the other Resident Evil games. If you've played it normal in the past, just play it normal this time. But if you found it too easy in the past, maybe try a harder difficulty. Unless it gives you the option to downscale it. Like, if you can change it, you know, sometimes starting hard and then if it's too hard, just reduce it. That's another option. But I'm not the best person to give advice on that because, as I've said, I'm an absolute wimp when it comes to horror games. So it's not really something I've played for longer than, not Resident Evil 8, but I think I played 7 for about 15 minutes before bad stuff started happening, and then I just turned it off. Okay, so letter from Fulke to the Wolf-Kissed One. Blessings of the self-begotten one upon you, Eivor. I write only to ease your mind and let you know that Sigurd is in good hands and fine company. I will treat him with all the care he deserves. The order to which I belong has use for such a man. He is in many ways the pinnacle to which we aspire, a god in fleshy accoutrements. I only hope he comes to know and understand this as well as I do before suffering breaks him. Fulke, the instrument.
Fulke is with the Order of the Ancients.
Oh dear.
The same order Kjotve followed. The order that Basim and Hytham have pledged to destroy.
Eivor, what has happened?
Sigurd has been taken hostage, captured by King Alfred, and given to a woman named Fulke.
That means
Very
that
dangerous woman.
they want to make him like head of the order.
I will spare
So
you
Sigurd
Fulke's
might
ramblings.
actually be part of the
Know
order now.
this. Sigurd did his part to secure an alliance with a thane called Gidrich. Gidrich is an honest man, and will come when I call. Until that time, Basim will locate Fulke. Look for his message when it comes.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself.
Ooh, raw materials. Just what we needed. Okay, let's speak. I'm going to guess that starts a
I want to see
personal
the alliance
quest.
map.
So we have now conquered Oxfordshire, Grantebridgeshire, Leicestershire. Oh, I mastered this before. It was Leicestershire. I think I got it. Right, so now we have Shropshire. We have London, which is actually aligned to our power level. And we have East Anglia. Now, East Anglia is, unfortunately, a bit easy because it's power level 55. London is exactly our power level. Shropshire is above our power level. I think London's quite short, so it might be worth us doing London. And it'll give you an opportunity to see what London looks like in the game as well. And then once we've done London, move on to Shropshire. Then we'll come back to East Anglia and kind of just breeze through it. I've just completely forgot to click one. Show me the alliance map, and then I'm going to click on London. We'll do that one now.
Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asked that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the north gate and start asking around.
I will pledge to London.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
Maybe just go for standard then, Dio. That might be your best bet for the default difficulty. Oh. Scribble from Ranvi. It's becoming increasingly difficult to look across the alliance table at Evo and not think of what could have been. I tell myself it is only Sigurd's absence, but the lie grows thinner, weaker by the day. Does she want to have some time alone with us? I don't know. Let's read this letter. Thank you from Chillbolt. I want to thank you and Evo for the rest of the settlement for the great kindness you've shown me and the things that you all taught me. Though I may have felt a nuisance at times, the days I spent with all of you were joyous and educational. Though I go now to do the work that I am meant for, I know that I will return to this place and I know its people one day, and I look forward to that. Take care until we meet again. Job. Okie dokie. Hello, Miss Lady. Are you alright?
Ranvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
Glad he
that sounds
clarified
lovely.
What that ride
And
meant.
Too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Nothing. Just wanted to... I could actually force it to go to Grantbridge here right
I
now.
should go.
But, I'll do that later on. Because we have a timed mission and we are on the clock.
I'm up.
I think there's only 58 minutes left before. We've done probably about half an hour's worth of stuff in between. So if I've got quests, close these. Reported minutes. Oh, 42 minutes. We've still got a while. I'm actually going to call a feast while I'm here. I don't think there's anything else I can build to help with the feast. I've got no, the fishing doesn't add to it. I've got the grain farm. The cartographer's obviously not going to add to the feast. Right, okay, we'll build the barracks because we've got a mission to do so. Also unlocks river raids if we ever do need to get that extra material, which is pretty cool. Something they added post-release as well. And we can actually design our own Viking to have in the raids, and you can get some pretty ridiculous ones with like fire armor and stuff, so it's pretty cool to see.
With this we can recruit more warriors. Now I can build the most vicious crew ever to sail the rivers.
Oh, and it's unlocked all hog. Oh, lovely. We're not going to play that just now, though, because like I say, we are on the clock. I want to make a Viking, please.
Greetings, mighty Eivor. I would join my axe to yours. My
Oh, right, these
blade
are other
is
people's.
always ready.
Right, so I can recruit these guys if I wanted to. Let's recruit him. He looks... Does he look able? Yeah, he's wearing the same armor, pretty much. We'll recruit him for now. We've got plenty of silver, so...
Join your blade to mine.
Also, they rank up and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Nice little system. I'm pretty sure you can actually go in here and like refresh the ones that are available to you, but more for the river raids, which I've not started yet. And to be honest, river raids, again, they're not a critical part of the story by any stretch. They're just a thing that you can do. So I am going to give it a miss for now. Where am I needing to go for this quest? Let's fast travel here. And then we're going to take on the witch. The witch of the west. No, but technically east. Where is the hay? Be very careful. Hello, fox. Right, let's go and get this thing first, and then we will do a detour to get that witch. That's if we can kill her. Like, she was ridiculously difficult last time, so the only fight that I've walked away from so far. All the zealots have kept going with, but the witch was just like, she wasn't taking damage and she was just absolutely insane. But I'm feeling more confident this time, so we'll give it a go. And we were only like power level, I don't know, like 10 or something, or 20. Ooh, there's more green lights here. Is this another witch? I'm gonna tiptoe, because they are not... Where's my horse going? He really doesn't want to ride down this path, come on. Like, just turn right. Ugh, I'll do it. He really doesn't want to go on here. There must be... Yeah, there's something to that chapel there, I think. We'll investigate later. Probably in a... I'm fairly certain there's... Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Ugh. Oh well, now it's night time. Right. Okay. Let's get this time quest. We'll go back. We'll have a look at the witches. I want to say there's 3 in the swamp, or whatever this place is. That must have been the second one.
This place is heavily guarded.
I don't even need to put that down. So it's this camp. Right. Where is the missing person? There they are. I'm probably much more leveled than them. I have no idea how that didn't wake everyone else up. I hate the parry timer on that.
You can't just scamper away from me.
It's really considerate of the there we go. It's really considerate of everyone else just to kind of wait while you do your stomp thing. Just keeps using red attacks. I'm trying to parry him, but obviously you can't parry a red attack. There you can. Nice. There we go. Right here. So, if we move into freeing the prisoner, we'll then take on the witches. Nope, that's not the right person. You can go over there. Right, there we go. Free prisoner.
What's this?
May the scouts praise you, friend.
There we go. We've got an avenge quest nearby as well. I've probably already killed the person, so we may as well complete that. They're over there, so let's go and avenge him. I've had nickel rewarded to me once when I've done this, so...
defensive wounds. Seems to indicate an ambush. Brutal. Messy.
But I've got a funny feeling that in a level 20 zone it's not going to be giving me nickel. It'd be nice if there was a way to skip this animation, but you can't. Because there's 3 of them. I need 2. And I think it'll award me like 10 silver or something, so it's like Really? is that my reward for this? Oh, 15 silver for that one. Think of all the things I can buy with 15 silver. Wow. I think an arrow costs 10.
You've been avenged.
Right, what was it, 100 experience again? Yeah. And a broken bow. Lovely. Happy to help. Right, okay, so we have things to kill. That was the chapel there, wasn't it? There's also another white dot here. I wonder if they are... Although there's one up there as well. And that's a temple, so probably more likely that it's going to be... We'll take on this one first, because it's literally just on the doorstep. Oh, you've come back, have you? There's the opals we were looking for. Yeah, this is going to be a naughty temple. I mean, first of all, it's foggy.
Dark spirits rule the ether.
Yeah, this looks like an arena. Let's just take her on. I don't think it's the same one as the one which I tried to fight last time. Although it's a very similar looking one.
A fallen warrior, neglected by the Valkyries. This
He's
poor
using
man
different
suffered a
voice
great
lines as
deal
well,
before
so
dying.
I think this is a different one.
Come you hither to pay your respects to the great and brave King Lyrion.
I do not know such a man.
He was betrayed and murdered by those who denied his friendship, just as you deny him now.
Rings a bell.
Hold there! I'm not your enemy!
Darkness must reign, and you must fade within it.
I think I'll pass it. Thank you. 340.
You will join my pile of bones.
As you can see, I'm not really doing damage. This isn't gonna go well. Nah, one hit. I think these are meant to be maybe end game. 340 power level. I'm 90. No, that's not a doable thing. 304. Can you even get that high? There's not even things in the area that you can weaken her with that I can see. There's a Roman artifact over here, which I think I'll take, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody in chat knows if that's meant to be an end game sort of event, but certainly not at 320 power level. That's like the zealots I've been fighting have been double my power level, and they've been tricky enough on hard, so they are like another level. Like they just hit you once and that's it. So I'm kind of thinking a hard no to that. And if my attacks were doing more than a centimetre of damage, I'd probably be more comfortable. There we go. Right, we are instead going to skip her. We'll try the other one, just in case she was a lower level. Where was she? Or was it that one? Because now I can't find the other one. Oh wait, no, the other one's here. Right. We'll try this one again. just in case it happens to be any easier. If it's not, then we'll just have to wait until we're more powerful and we've got like mythical armor on and we can actually take a hit. Like, that even makes Dark Souls bosses look easy, so I think I'm sure there'll be a point where they are easy and like totally doable, but just not quite at the stage I'm at the moment. Right, okay. Let's give this woman a try as well. She's in a different zone, I've noticed. Not the zone to the right. She's in the lower level zone. So I'm hoping that means that she's more... I think? Yeah, so that's a level 55 zone, but she was 360. This person here, we'll soon find out. Maybe this scale when you go up. But obviously there's a point where I'm going to be power level 300, I think. Because there was a place in the bottom left of the map that was recommended power level 320, I think it was. So yeah, ultimately they are like, you know, big fights.
What battle spit you out?
The fact you can find this so early on as well is a bit like, maybe just a power check. Like, look, this is what you've got to kind of wait for later on in the game.
Have come for spoils. Was our dignity not enough? You return again to mock our family? To make light of my father's sacrifice?
Mad Seer, you have no fight with me.
I'm not looking forward to seeing the power level. As long as it's a bit easier.
I follow the orders of no king, nor will I bow to you.
If it is 360, that's... no. Or 320 or whatever.
You dare intrude? You will be skinned like the others.
It's not saying, actually.
Stay back.
This one might... oh, this one's doable. No, this one is absolutely fine now. It's just that other one that's ridiculous. Yeah, this one I can definitely easily take down. Maybe... I don't know how many tries it'll take me, but she's not one-shotting me. She's not got, like, a crazy power level above her head, so... try and start parrying. I think she phases here. Looking at my abilities to see what would work best.
And many.
What?
Nice. Learn the moves. It's usually bad news when she falls. I don't think I'm meant to be in that circle when that happens.
You have done well, warrior, lasting this long. But now I hold nothing back. If I must take your eyes, I will.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh, she's definitely turned it up a notch. I would love to weaken it, but I can't get to her back. I'm burning through stamina so quickly. My rations are gone as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Oh, hang on. Oh, I had a chance there. I'm just desperately trying to get something back, but I don't think it's going to happen. Every time. If I could just hit that spot on my back. Now. Oh, that was bad timing. I hit the spot and then she just literally got a swipe on me. We can definitely kill this one though. This is definitely doable. Where was she? Is that her? Yeah, that's the right one. Right. I'll save just before the fight as well, just so that we don't get I was kind of expecting that to be like the other one, just impossible, but looks like she might actually be doable. Ammo's full, it's good news. Hopefully my potions are also full, but we will find out. Okay, so they are not, but they are now. So that means I can safely save. Or not. I think maybe I aggroed a wolf. Or is it because I'm in the vicinity of the witch? Backing up a bit. So there's the wolf owl. Yeah, I thought I aggroed something. 2 to kill. 3. Forgot their impacts. Go. Right. Who's howling? Pretty sure it's the other one. Yeah. Oh, and another one. Any more? Nope. Right. Now can I save? Yes, I can. We're still only on 27. Damn, that's really low. Right, let's take this one on again, but we know what she does now, and when she teleports, just back off. Don't try and attack.
What battle spit you out?
I've already seen this. Right.
You dare intrude? You will be skinned like the others.
Go back.
I will tear you
It's like a brief moment. Let's get it. That's the bit I'm not back off at, but I've got the stamina. Right, if I can try and go through it like that. Unfortunately not. She really doesn't make that area exposed very much. It's quite annoying. Right, let's try jumping ahead. Did nothing. Right. Again, that just didn't work. I need a sort of like stunned or something.
One and many.
What? Merciless wench!
Thankfully, our range is quite short, but she still teleports far too much. Doing a lot worse this time than I did last time. I don't know what I managed to do last time. That was different. feel like a ghost attacks me a lot more this time. That time. Oh, that one was actually parryable. Usually they're not. I'm going to control that. Now we're at phase 2. Phase 2 was just last time.
You have done well, warrior. But now I hold nothing back. If I must take your eyes, I will.
Long swords. I feel this is perhaps the opportunity to hit her back. Just like seconds away.
You will not infect me.
I don't think the back tactic is going to do much good. I think focus on just hitting her and dodging her. Or getting that happened to me.
Stay back.
Right, just learn to be back away from them. You can actually save a bit of stamina. Or not. And then dodge. There we go. That would have been a good opportunity to go for a back, but never mind. I'm more focused on this now. I'm hoping she's nearing a stage where she's on fire.
Stay back.
Careful. Poison's building up as well. Yeah, the poison's going to get to her. Think of her. Just focus on that sort of teleportation bit. I can definitely get a couple of hits in then. And then phase 2, it's tricky, but I'm not going to focus on that arrow tactic. I'm just gonna focus on hitting her. I think that's the best thing for it. Right, can I change my save point to here? Yes, I can. Just so it's like right on the door. There's the dude. Right,
what battle spit you out?
Right, here we go. Do your teleportation stuff.
You will be skinned like the others. I will tear you apart.
That was terrible. There's literally like one move she does that I think I've seen that can be parried, and it's neither of them. It's that one there. Nice. Hitting that 4 combo is sweet, but oh come on. Hitting that 4 combo is sweet, but it's tricky because you tend to take a hit on the 4th. I'm not even sure which is gonna be, and I think we all know exactly what that means, Dio. 400 deaths. Oh dear. Maybe one day she'll have faith and it'll be like 390 or something.
What battle spit you out?
I think it'll probably take me another
You dare intrude? You will be skinned like the others.
I hope it doesn't take any longer than another 5 minutes. I say that as I get absolutely walloped. Right, that's better. Right, so there is a specific teleport that she does, which she can parry, but I need to figure out the difference in animation. So that's the non-parryable one, and I have no style. That's the parryable one, but it's really difficult to tell which one she's doing. I got it that time.
A lucky strike.
Move. Second phase. I was wondering if I could get the Arona back there, but
Your eyes. I will.
let's heal. I'm not taking chances.
What say that makes you multiply?
Right, this is where you're basically going to time it because there's obviously a lot of poison in the air now.
I take you. I will be closer.
Oof, this is difficult. Come on. Oh, I'm literally like a hit away. Oh, come on, look at her health. If I can just get one hit off. She's not taking damage. There we go.
That haunts you.
I got a... what was it? Was it a dagger or something? No, it wasn't either of them. Nope. Nope, that's the DLC stuff. Wasn't the Huntsman's helm? I don't think, no. Oh, was it a feet? What piece? Those breaches. Huh. I've got no idea what I picked up from. Not that it really matters. It was a. I thought it was a dagger, but maybe I just misread it. Was it that? Maybe. The bow? No. It definitely was just a superior item as well. Maybe it was those breaches. I can't remember seeing them before. Anyways, that was the that was the fight. And now the area is nice and fog lifted. Okay, so we are going to pop a point into there and then into there. So now we can do warrior takedown. I am also interested in this fire one, as long as it doesn't set me on fire. Sprint Brash I'm not bothered about. That sounds really cool. That was added, I think, in a patch though. Right, there we go. So where are we next? We have... it was London that we were going to be heading to. Perfect. Right, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and close off the stream there. I need to go out and do some shopping. Happy we managed to get that person down. If you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, please do. We upload all of the streams onto there, so the previous streams are all viewable all the way through, and we stream quite regularly, so it won't be long till we're back online. Also, we have Twitter, Facebook, and you can obviously follow us on Twitch as well. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you